Hey everybody, Cole here with Outdoor Chattanooga again. Today we're going to be covering paddling. First thing you want to make sure of if you've never really paddled a kayak is how to hold the kayak paddle. A lot of people get this wrong from the beginning and it can affect the way you learn if you don't have it positioned correctly in your hand. So here are a quick few tips that we teach in our rapid learning program that may help you get started. So the first thing I like to do is make sure that my hands are placed correctly on the shaft of the paddle. So this is the shaft, these are the blades, these are the edges of the blades. And what I like to talk about when we're in the class, we've got the smooth edge of the blade, the scoop side, and then we've got the spine edge of the blade, the back side. This flat side that's closest to you, that's always gonna be looking right at you. That's the side that you're gonna be pulling strokes on. And then the spine side, usually that's only gonna be used when you're bracing and when you're back sweeping, stuff like that. So as far as hand position goes, I like to kind of take the middle of the paddle, place it on my head, and then I'll adjust my hands on the shaft of the paddle to be just over shoulder length apart. So now that I'm looking at it, just over shoulder length apart, you're good to go. Now as far as where your hands lie on the paddle, here's another tip to make sure that you've done it right. What I like to do, since I'm right hand dominant, I like to look down my knuckles and line up the edge of my right blade with my knuckles. Look down your knuckles, make sure they line up with that blade. If they do, your hand is good to go. Your right hand needs to be lined up with that blade, and then you want to make sure that your right hand when you're paddling is always firm. The left hand can kind of swivel a little bit on the shaft of the paddle when you're actually paddling, but the right hand always stays nice and firm. So again, I'm just over shoulder length apart, my hands are placed correctly, I think I'm good to go.